Hello, dear student. In this semester, I am going to teach you digital techniques and microprocessor. I am SL Sangre. Will teach you DTM. This is the abbreviation of this course, DTM, and so course code for this course is 22323. Now you are in the SY and your semester is third and your code is I. So SYIF 3I. Now you can see here is the course outcome for DTM. First course outcome is test the digital system, logic families and logic gate. Second course outcome is construct combinational logic circuit. Third course outcome is construct sequential logic circuit. Fourth course outcome is use registers and instructions of 8086. And last, that is fifth course outcome is develop assembly language program using 8086. Now, I start our first unit, that is number system, digital logic families and logic gates. Marks weightage for this first unit is 16 marks and CO applicable for first unit is test the digital system, logic families and logic gate. Now let us start the first unit. So we should know the basic terms used for digital system. So first basic term is bit. So bit is the smallest unit of data in a computer is called bit, or we can say binary digit. A bit has a single binary value, either 0 or 1. Second term is byte. Byte is nothing but a collection of 8 bits. For example, we can write 8-bit combination of 0 and 1. Second term is nibble. Nibble is a collection of 4 bits. So in this example we can write any combination of 4 bits. So these are the basic terms used in digital system. Now move towards number system. In number system we have to see 4 number system: binary number system, decimal number system, octal number system and hexadecimal number system. So we will see one by one all the number system. So first number system is binary number system. The number system with base 2 is called as binary number system. Why its base is 2? Because it uses only 2 symbols, that means 0 and 1, and also called base 2 number system. The example of binary number system is 10101 and bracket complete, after that there is a 2. That 2 indicates the base of binary number system. Next number system is digital number system. The number system that we use in our day-to-day life is the decimal number system. The number system with base 10 is called as decimal number system. Why it called as base 10? Because 0 to 9 numbers are used in decimal number system. So total 10 numbers are there. That's why its base is 10. Example of decimal number system is 1, 2, 3 and after bracket complete there is a 10. That 10 indicates the base of the decimal number system. Next number system is octal number system. The number system with base 8 is called as octal number system, also called base 8 number system. Why its base is 8? Because in this It uses 8 symbols, that means 0 to 7. The example of octal number system is 1 2 0 3 5. And after bracket completion we can write 8, and that 8 indicates the base of the octal number system. Next number system is hexadecimal number system. The number system with base 16 is called as hexadecimal number system. The number system uses 10 digits 0 to 9 and 6 letters A to F. So total 16 symbols are there. That's why its base is 16. Here A indicates the 10, B indicates the 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14 and F is 15. Also this number system is called as a 16 base system. Now we will see the example of hexadecimal number system, that is 19F5, and after bracket completion there is a 16. That 16 indicates the base of the number system. Now let us see next topic of first unit, that is logic gates. Digital systems are said to be constructed by using logic gates such as basic gates, universal gates and derived gates. In logic gates there are different types of gates that are categorized into 3 parts. First part is a basic gate. In that basic gate there are once again 3 types: NOT gate, AND gate, OR gate. Second category is universal gate. In that NAND gate and NOR gate. And last category is derived gate. In that 2 types, XOR, XNOR gate. Now we see basic gates. In basic gate, first gate is NOT gate. NOT gate is nothing but an inverter which having only one input and only one output. In the diagram it shows the symbol of NOT gate. In symbol there is a one input A and one output Y, and at the output terminal there is a one circle. That circle is called as a bubble, which indicates the inversion. Next is a Boolean expression of NOT gate. The Boolean expression is nothing but the relation between input and output of gate in terms of mathematical equation. So Boolean expression for NOT gate is Y is equal to A bar. That bar indicates the inversion. This is the truth table. So first we see what is a truth table. Truth table is nothing but a tabular information of input and output, or we can say relation between input and output. So NOT gate having input A and output Y. When we are giving input 0, we are getting output 1, and if we are giving input 1, then we are getting output 0. That means it gives the inversion of input signal. Second gate is AND gate. It is a logic gate that performs logical multiplication on its input. The output is high if and only if all the inputs to the AND gate are high. That means 1. The output is low if any one or more inputs are low. AND gate have 2 or more inputs and only one output. In this diagram, logical symbol is given. In this symbol, there are 2 inputs A, B and only one output Y. This is the shape of the logical symbol of AND gate. Now, Boolean expression for AND gate. As we know, AND gate is a logical multiplication. So, the equation between input and output is Y is equal to A dot B. That dot between A and B indicates the multiplication. Next is truth table for AND gate. Here we are using 2 input AND gate. So inputs are 2 and output is only 1. Due to 2 input, there is a possible combination of 4 inputs: 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. As we know, AND gate is a logical multiplication. So if all inputs are 1, then and then only output is 1. So in this truth table, only last row output is 1 because all inputs are 1. Next is a OR gate. OR gate, it is a logic gate that performs logical addition on its input. The output is high if any one or both the inputs are high. High means 1. The output is low, that means y is equal to 0 if and only if both the inputs are low. OR gate have 2 or more inputs and only 1 output. Logical symbol for OR gate shown in this diagram. Here are 2 inputs to the OR gate, A, B, and output Y, or we can say Q. Logical expression Y is equal to A plus B because OR gate is a logical addition. So plus sign is present between A and B, that means in between inputs. Next is a truth table for OR gate. If all inputs are 0, then and then only output of OR gate is 0. Otherwise, if any one input is 1, then output is 1. So due to 2 inputs, there are 4 possible combinations of input: 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. And for this combination of input, output is 0 1 1 1. Now next gate is universal gate. In universal gate there are 2 gates, NAND gate and NOR gate. Why these gates are called universal gate? Because from these 2 gates we can implement any gate. That's why it is called as universal gate. Now we will see first gate, NAND gate. The term NAND can be split as NOT AND, which means that NAND operation can be implemented with the combination of AND gate and NOT gate. Thus, NAND gate is equivalent to an AND gate followed by NOT gate. NAND gate is also called as universal gate because we can construct any gate using NAND gate. Now, logical symbol. In this logical symbol, only one difference is there between NAND and AND. At the output side, there is a one bubble. So, you can remember this symbol from the AND gate symbol. Shape of the AND gate symbol is same, only bubble is added at the output side. Equivalent circuit of NAND gate, AND gate and NOT gate. Now truth table. Only the output of AND gate is inverted and then we get NAND gate. So exactly opposite truth table of output of AND gate is of NAND gate. Now Boolean expression for NAND gate. Y is equal to A dot B whole bar. That means only bar is included at the top of A dot B. Next is a universal gate. As we studied NAND gate. NAND gate is nothing but a and NOT. Same here, NOR gate is nothing but OR and NOT. It is the combination of OR gate followed by NOT gate. And it is also called as universal gate because we can construct any gate using NOR gate. Now, logical symbol of NOR gate. A, B are the input. Shape of NOR gate is same as OR gate. Only one change is that bubble is added at the output side. Next is a equivalent circuit. It consists of OR gate and NOT gate. Now, truth table. In this truth table, only change is that OR gate output is inverted, and that is nothing but a NOR gate output. So for 2 input, there are 4 combinations 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and output of NOR gate is exactly opposite of OR gate. Now Boolean expression y is equal to a plus b whole bar at the top. Next is a derived gate. In derived gate, there are 2 gates, XOR gate and XNOR gate. So first we will see XOR gate. It is called as derived gate as it is a special type of a gate. It can be used for applications such as half adder, full adder and subtractor. Now logical symbol. Next is truth table. Truth table for XOR gate. In this, for 2 inputs, there are 4 combinations 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, and at the output we can see if inputs are different, then output is 1, otherwise output is 0. Next is Boolean expressions. The Boolean expression for 2 input XOR gate is y is equal to a plus b and circle around the plus sign. Now, Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra is a division of mathematics which deals with operations on logical values and contain binary variables. Boolean algebra is used to analyze and simplify the digital circuits as it uses only binary numbers such as 0 and 1. It is also called as binary algebra or logical algebra. Rules in Boolean algebras are variables used can have only 2 values 1 or 0. Complement of variable is represented by overbar. ORing of variable is represented by plus sign. ANDing of 2 or more variables is represented by dot. Now we will see the Boolean laws which are very helpful or very essential to solve Boolean algebra or to analyze Boolean algebra. So there are 6 rules: cumulative law, associative law, distributive law, AND law, OR law and inversion law. So first law, cumulative law, A dot B is equal to B dot A. The order in which 2 variables are AND makes no difference. Next, A plus B is equal to B plus A. The order in which 2 variables are odd makes no difference. Thus, the cumulative law states that we can change the sequence of the variable without having any effect on the output of a logic circuit. Second is associative law. This law states that the order in which the logical operations are performed is not at all important. Ultimate outcome is the same. A plus B in bracket B plus C bracket complete is equal to A plus B bracket complete plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Next statement, A into into bracket b dot c is equal to a dot b bracket complete into c is equal to a dot b dot c. Next is distributive law. A into bracket b plus c is equal to a dot b plus a dot c. Next, a plus b into c is equal to a plus b bracket complete dot a plus c.
Next category of derived gate. In these two gates are there XOR gate, XNOR gate. First we will see XOR gate. XOR gate is called as derived and it is a special type of gate. Output of XOR gate is high, that means 1 if odd number of inputs are high, otherwise 0. This is the logical symbol of the derived gate. Truth table for XOR gate. There are two inputs, so possible combinations are 4, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So when inputs are different, then output is 1. That means odd number of inputs are high, then output is 1, otherwise 0. Next, Boolean expression for the XOR gate. Y is equal to A XOR with B. This sign indicate the XOR operation is equal to A dot B bar plus A bar dot B. We can use any one equation for XOR gate. Next derived gate is XNOR gate. Once again, it is a derived gate and it is a special type of a gate. Output of XNOR gate is logical complement of XOR gate. This is the symbol of XNOR gate. The difference between XOR and XNOR is only the bubble. Truth table for XNOR gate. It is a complement of XOR gate. So when even number of inputs are high, then output is 1. The Boolean expression for XNOR gate is A XNOR with B. This symbol indicates the NOR operation. Or another equation is AB plus A bar B bar. Now, next concept is Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra is a division of mathematics which deals with the operation on logical values and contains binary variables. Boolean algebra is used to analyze and simplify the digital circuits. As it uses only binary numbers, that means 0 and 1, it is also called as binary algebra. Boolean algebra is very important for analysis and simplification purpose. There are some rules of Boolean algebra. Variables used can have only two values. That means binary values, either 1 or 0. Complement of any variable is represented by over bar. ORing of the variable is represented by plus sign. ANDing of the variables between two or more variables is represented by dot. Now, there are some Boolean laws which are used for analysis purpose. First is commutative law, second is associative law, third is distributive law, fourth AND law, fifth OR law, and last is inversion law. First we will see commutative law. A dot B is equal to B dot A, or A plus B is equal to B plus A. That means the order in which two variables are OR AND makes no difference. We can change the sequence of the variables. Next law is associative law. This law states that the order in which the logical operations are performed is not at all important. Ultimate outcome is the same. So these are the or statement and statement. Next is distributive law. In this, once again, two laws are there, or and. Next is AND law. So there are four equations in AND law. A dot 0 is equal to 0. A dot 1, that means A into 1 is equal to A. A into A is equal to A. A into A bar is equal to 0. Next is OR law. In OR law, there is again four statement. A plus 0 is equal to A plus 1 is equal to 1, A plus A is equal to A plus A bar is equal to 1. Last law, inversion law. This law states that if a variable is subjected to a double inversion, then it will result in the original variable itself. So all these laws are very important for simplification and analysis purpose. Instead of all these laws, there is one important theorem, that is De Morgan's theorem, that we will see. De Morgan's theorem having two statements. First statement is AB bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. This theorem states that complement of product is equal to addition of the complement. This diagram shows the equivalence between right side and left side. Upper diagram shows LHS and lower diagram shows RHS. So LHS is equal to RHS. Truth table to prove De Morgan's theorem. We can take any two input A and B. So for two input there are four possible combinations. So if we are ANDing this two input or we can say NAND operation, we can operate here. So your output is 1 1 0. This is LHS side. Now by complementing A and B input and then ORing this to A bar plus B bar, the output is 1 1 1 0. So this is RHS. So hence LHS is equal to RHS. It is proved. Next theorem, that is a second statement. It states that complement of addition is equal to product of complements, and the statement is A plus B bar is equal to A bar dot B bar. Once again there are two diagrams. First diagram shows next part of first unit, logic families. A group of compatible ICs with same logical levels and supply voltage. There are three types of logic families. First is TTL, second is CMOS, and third is ECL. TTL stands for transistor logic. This is standard logic family used for the longest time. Second logic family is CMOS. CMOS stands for complementary metal oxide semiconductor logic. This CMOS family suitable for system with low power consumption, or we can say in very large scale integrated circuits. Third logic family is ECL. ECL stands for emitted coupled logic family. It is suitable for system requiring high speed operations. Now there are some characteristics of digital ICs. So these are the characteristics and its definition. So first characteristic is fan-in. The number of inputs that the gate can handle properly without disturbing the output level. Second characteristics, fan-out. the number of inputs that can driven simultaneously by the output without disturbing the output level. Next is noise immunity. Noise immunity is the ability of the logic circuit to tolerate the noise voltage. Noise margin. The quantitative measure of noise immunity is called as noise margin. Next, propagation delay. The propagation delay of gate is the average transition delay time for the signal to propagate from input to output. It is measured in nanoseconds. Next is threshold voltage. The voltage at which the circuit changes from one state to another state. Next is operating speed. The speed of operation of a logic gate is the time that elapses between the given input and getting output. Last, power dissipation. The power dissipation is defined as power needed by the logic circuit. Now comes towards the comparison of these three families. So there are some parameters depending on I made the comparison. So propagation delay for TTL family is 10 nanosecond, for CMOS 70 nanosecond, and for ECL 750 picosecond. Next parameter, power dissipation. In TTL 10 milliwatt, in CMOS 0.01 milliwatt, and in ECL 5 milliwatt. Next parameter is fan in. So for TTL it is between 12 to 14. For CMOS it is greater than 10, and for ECL it is greater than 10. Next parameter is fan out. TTL having fan out 10, for CMOS 50, and for ECL 25. So in this way our first unit is completed. Thank you.